Today, we will dive into a world that has been hidden from us all. Psychological manipulation. Perhaps you have felt at some point that someone is provoking you in indirect ways, or maybe you wonder how your feelings or thoughts can be exploited by others. In this video, we will unveil 9 common manipulation tactics you might face in your daily life, and how you can recognize and counter them using the principles of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all new content. Be prepared to discover effective strategies that enhance your ability to resist manipulation. Ensure you stay with us until the end, as we will share some valuable tips that will help you build inner resilience to prevent the impact of these tactics on you. First, emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is one of the most common and impactful psychological tactics. Manipulators rely on provoking specific emotions in others to achieve their goals. This tactic is frequently used in our daily lives, whether in personal relationships or work environments. A person might feel emotional pressure when asked to help someone else under the pretext that the other person cannot do without them. Here, the manipulator seeks to make the person feel guilty or responsible for the manipulator's happiness, making them more susceptible to compliance. This strategy involves exploiting feelings of sympathy and fear, which can lead to poorly thought-out decisions. When our emotions are under pressure, we become less capable of thinking clearly, allowing the manipulator to steer us toward their desires. For example, someone might display sadness or resentment if you do not comply with their request, making you feel obligated to help even if you are unsure of your true desire to do so. Countering this tactic, it is essential to be aware of your own emotions. When you feel under emotional pressure, ask yourself, are these my feelings, or am I being influenced by someone else? By cultivating self-awareness, you can make reasoned decisions based on logic, not just emotions. Stoic philosophy offers valuable tools to counter emotional manipulation. It teaches us how to control our emotions and ignore external pressures, strengthening our inner resilience. By maintaining balance and awareness, you can protect yourself from negative influences and make decisions based on genuine understanding, not just reactions to others' emotions. Second, linguistic confusion. Linguistic confusion is a tactic used by many manipulators to create a state of confusion or disorientation in others by using vague words or complex terminology. The goal of this strategy is to confuse the recipient, making them feel unable to follow the discussion or understand the information presented. Manipulators may use technical language or unclear phrases to steer the conversation toward their own goals, making it seem as if a high level of knowledge or understanding is required. This strategy manifests in many contexts, from work environments, where a colleague presents a report filled with technical terms, to personal relationships, where someone might use complex words to avoid responsibility or mislead the other party. As a result, the targeted person may feel insecure or confused, making them more likely to respond in an unconsidered way. Countering this tactic. It is crucial to be aware of what is happening around you. When you feel lost or confused, do not hesitate to ask for clarification. Simple questions like, "Can you explain that in a simpler way?" Or, "What do you mean by this term?" can be enough to uncover the linguistic chaos being used. This type of inquiry not only shows your desire to understand, but also reflects your self-confidence and ability to analyze the situation objectively. Stoic philosophy advocates seeking clarity and critical thinking. Enhancing self-awareness and not succumbing to linguistic pressures strengthens your ability to make reasoned decisions. By adopting a thoughtful and calm stance, you can resist manipulation attempts and ensure you have the correct information to fully understand the situation. In the end, linguistic confusion helps you distinguish between honesty and manipulation, enabling you to maintain your mental and emotional strength in the face of these strategies. Third, Distorting facts. Distorting facts is one of the oldest and most dangerous tactics used in psychological manipulation. Manipulators present information incompletely or in a distorted manner, leading you to draw incorrect conclusions. This strategy involves using facts selectively to reinforce their personal narrative or agenda. For example, you might hear phrases like, "everyone says," or "studies show," when in reality, these statements may have been altered or misrepresented to suit the manipulator's goals. Countering this tactic, you must be willing to seek the full truth. It is essential not to take information at face value without verifying it. Use multiple sources to confirm information and look for data that supports or refutes what is being said. This helps build a more accurate and objective knowledge base. Stoic philosophy offers valuable lessons on the importance of seeking truth. It teaches us that wisdom comes from critical thinking and pursuing genuine knowledge, not from following superficial opinions or misleading information. By enhancing our ability to analyze information objectively, we can defend ourselves against any form of manipulation and build a society based on clear and correct understanding, fostering healthy relationships and informed decisions. Fourth, manipulating schedules. Manipulating schedules is a psychological tactic some people use to disrupt others' timetables, pushing them to make hasty decisions. Manipulators rely on chaotic schedules and sudden changes to make a person feel they have limited options, making it easier to pressure them into complying with their wishes. For example, there might be a sudden change in the timing of an important meeting or deadline, making you feel rushed and pressured to comply with the other person's demands without adequate thought. This type of manipulation can lead to poorly thought-out decisions you may regret later. Under time pressure, you might find yourself accepting unreasonable demands or sacrificing your own interests. Manipulators use this tactic because it creates an atmosphere of chaos and confusion, making the person more susceptible to yielding to their demands. Countering this tactic effectively, it is important to have a clear plan and set priorities. When faced with a sudden schedule change, take a moment to reflect on the situation. Do not hesitate to object or ask for more time to think. Remember, you are not obligated to make decisions under pressure. Stoic philosophy offers valuable lessons on managing our time and decisions. It teaches us the importance of calm and focus, even when under pressure. By adhering to Stoic principles, you can enhance your ability to think clearly, enabling you to make informed decisions that reflect your needs and goals. Stay calm and avoid falling into the trap of impulsiveness. These are the tactics manipulators exploit in moments of weakness. Be the master of your time, and you will be able to resist these tactics more easily. Fifth, illusion of control. The illusion of control is a tactic manipulators use to appear as if they possess authority or power, making you feel compelled to comply with their demands. This may take the form of threats, unrealistic promises, or even hints about private information the manipulator claims to possess. The goal of this tactic is to create the impression that you have limited choices and that the other person holds greater power than they actually do. For example, a manipulator might say, "If you don't do this, I will make you face the consequences," to steer your behavior according to their wishes. This strategy can make you feel insecure or powerless, making you more likely to respond to pressure. You might feel forced to apologize or make unwanted concessions, even though you have the right to make your own decisions. Manipulators often exploit these feelings to ensure their control over the situation. Countering this tactic effectively, it is important to be aware of your rights and self-worth. When facing someone who claims control, ask yourself, does this person truly have control over my life, or am I allowing them to? Through this critical analysis, you can distinguish between real and fake authority. Remember, true power comes from within, from your self-confidence and ability to make decisions. Stoic philosophy reinforces this concept, teaching us the importance of self-awareness and trust in our abilities. By enhancing this awareness, you can more effectively resist manipulation attempts. Remember, the decisions you make should be based on what you deem appropriate for yourself, not on others' pressures. This way, you can maintain your independence and self-confidence, protecting yourself from any attempts at control or manipulation. Sixth, undermining your self-worth. One of the most toxic tactics used in manipulation is undermining your self-worth. The manipulator seeks to make you feel less valuable or important, eroding your self-confidence. Manipulators often use hurtful words or negative comments about your abilities or decisions to create feelings of inadequacy and weakness. For example, they might say, "Why do you think you can do that?" Or, "This is a very bad decision. It will never work." Such comments aim to crush your spirit and make you feel unworthy. The psychological impact of this tactic can be profound, pushing you to surrender to the manipulator's wishes or follow their. Countering this tactic, it is essential to remember your true worth. Recognize that others don't determine your value, you do. Surround yourself with supportive people who appreciate you and avoid those who try to diminish your abilities. Also, seek activities that boost your self-confidence, such as pursuing hobbies or continuous learning. Stoic philosophy encourages self-appreciation and not being swayed by others' opinions. By fostering self-confidence and self-awareness, you can resist the effects of psychological manipulation. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from within, and that you should focus on what you can control. If you trust yourself and recognize your worth, you will find it easier to deal with attempts to undermine you. Stay true to yourself and allow yourself to take pride in who you are. This is the best defense against any attempt to erode your confidence or abilities. Seventh, playing the victim. Playing the victim is a common tactic manipulators use to present themselves as victims, to gain others' sympathy and achieve their personal goals. These individuals might use phrases like, "I had no choice," or "everyone ignores me," to justify their actions. By portraying themselves as victims, they seek to create guilt in others, making you feel obligated to help them, even if their actions are unjustified or negative. This tactic can be highly misleading, as the manipulator diverts attention from their unacceptable behavior and makes others responsible for their feelings. You might find yourself in a situation where you feel compelled to offer support or help to someone playing the victim, even if you know they caused their own problems. Countering this tactic effectively. Adopt an objective approach when analyzing the situation. Ask yourself, is this person behaving irrationally? Are there recurring negative behaviors? Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of evaluating things from a broader perspective, helping us understand the true context of a situation. When facing someone playing the victim, remember that empathy should not come at the expense of your mental health or stability. Maintaining emotional distance and understanding the person's motivations can help you make more rational decisions instead of being swept away by guilt or pity. Set appropriate boundaries. By enhancing your self-awareness and understanding how manipulators exploit your emotions, you can protect yourself from their harmful effects and achieve a healthy balance in your relationships. Eighth, excessive kindness as a weapon. Excessive kindness is a tactic some people use to present themselves as friendly and likable to gain others' trust. By showing exaggerated kindness and repeated flattery, the manipulator seeks to attract your attention and find a way into your personal or professional life. Once they achieve this closeness, they begin exploiting your trust to pressure you into fulfilling their goals. This strategy can appear in personal relationships where someone shows excessive interest, or in work environments where kindness is a means to gather support before executing manipulation. This behavior may seem harmless at first, but the danger lies in the fact that it can lead to situations where you feel compelled to comply with their demands or compromise your boundaries. When the manipulator realizes they have succeeded in building unwarranted trust, they become more capable of pressuring you to fulfill their desires, even if they conflict with your interests. Countering this tactic, be aware of your boundaries and maintain an objective mindset. Do not let emotions influence your decisions. Stoic philosophy encourages distinguishing between genuine friendship and flattery, allowing you to understand the true motives behind others' behavior. Remember, not everyone who shows you kindness is pure in their intentions. When you feel pressured or that something is uncomfortable in the situation, be honest about your feelings. Learn to express your needs and boundaries clearly, and do not hesitate to set limits on those who pressure you. By enhancing your self-awareness and ability to discern between genuine kindness and manipulation, you can protect yourself from these negative strategies. 9th, undermining personal decisions. Some people criticize or belittle your personal decisions to make you feel you need their constant guidance. This behavior may take the form of negative comments or hints that diminish your choices, making you feel insecure or hesitant about making your own decisions. In this context, manipulators seek to control your thoughts and decisions, leading to a loss of independence and self-confidence. This strategy is highly destructive, as it can make you feel helpless or anxious about the choices you make. You might find yourself avoiding decisions or hesitating to voice your opinions for fear of criticism or rejection. Over time, this can erode your self-confidence. Avoiding this tactic. It is essential to strengthen your independence and self-confidence. The first step is acknowledging your right to make decisions based on what you deem appropriate. Stoic philosophy encourages making decisions based on your personal wisdom, not others' opinions. Remember, every individual has unique experiences, and what works for someone else may not necessarily work for you. Surround yourself with people who appreciate your choices and support your journey. Seek information and resources that support your decisions and help you build knowledge and self-confidence. You can also practice self-reflection to improve your self-awareness, enabling you to analyze your choices objectively. In the end, by strengthening your independence, you will be better equipped to resist manipulators' attempts to undermine your personal decisions, giving you greater power to chart your own path. Conclusion. We have now reviewed the 9 most common manipulation tactics you might encounter in your daily life, from emotional manipulation to undermining your personal decisions. These methods remain dangerous tools that can negatively impact your relationships and self-confidence. Remember, awareness of these tactics is the first step toward effectively countering them. Stoic philosophy offers valuable guidance to help you stand firm against manipulation attempts. By applying Stoic principles, you can strengthen your inner resilience, boosting your self-confidence, and protecting your relationships from negative influences. Remember, controlling your emotions and decisions is the key to building a balanced and healthy life. If you found this information useful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content that helps enhance your personal awareness. Share this video with friends and family who might need this knowledge. Let's support each other in facing manipulation and building healthy, strong relationships.